that will increase the Karaka Tattva of that particular planet or that particular Rashi. You understood, na? When a benefic planet Drishti falls on you, then then it increases the positivity. Okay, it helps. And when a malefic planet Drishti falls on you, okay, it reduces. Now we'll do Drishti as per Parashari. Drishti is also called as aspect. ASPECT. Are you following, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So from sun gives sun looks at the house which is opposite to it, where it is sitting. Okay, I will tell you with example, but just first let's understand. Moon gives a seventh aspect from where it is sitting. Jupiter gives a 5, 9, 7 aspect. 5 and 9 are called trine aspects. TRANE. 5 and 9 are called trine aspects. Okay. Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter gives you 5, 9, 5, 7, 9 aspects. Every planet gives a seventh aspect. Means from the place where you're sitting, you directly look in the straight line. Okay. That everybody does it. Like obviously, light travels in straight lines, right? Okay. So straight line we give it. We give a drishti. Okay. Mercury, Venus also give a seventh drishti. Now special drishtis are for Shani and Mars. Okay. So this is going to be little different from Nadi drishti when we do Nadi in the subsequent weeks. But first you have to remember this. Then we'll go to Nadi drishti. Now Shani also gives a third aspect and a 10th aspect. Okay, that's not linear. Seventh is linear, straight line. Okay, but Shani and Mars, Shani gives a third and 10th aspect. Mars gives a fourth and eighth aspect also. Okay, now you understood till here?
Yes.
With one example, we'll do it. It will be much better. Very simple. Suppose, say, Jupiter is sitting in the first house in a Aries Lagna chart. This is an Aries Lagna. Starting is Aries sign. Jupiter is sitting in the first house. Now, the direct vision, light travels in straight lines. The direct drishti, the direct vision is straight like this. Okay, this is the seventh aspect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh aspect. Now, sitting in the first house, it is looking at the seventh house. Jupiter being the ninth lord, Jupiter being the ninth lord and 12th lord, it is looking at the seventh house. Seventh house being your wife. Okay, so somewhere or the other, it is bringing luck. Okay, it is bringing luck to the wife. Okay, it is also increasing expenses because 12th house is expenses. Also, Jupiter to certain extent creating health issues for the wife because 12th house is hospital visits and losses and all these kind of things. So for a lagna, for a Aries lagna, I can say that Jupiter is not completely benefic. It is some Rashi, some planet. Some means it's moderate. Okay, let's not get into blank chart now. What I'm telling you is there's a drishti which is directly, that is 7th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there is one drishti which is fifth drishti. And another drishti is ninth drishti. Very simple. When Jupiter is sitting in Aries, in the first house, it is looking at the fifth house, it is looking at the seventh house, it's looking at the ninth house. That means it is increasing the education and wisdom for the person, the fifth house. It is improving the marriage aspect for the person, which is the seventh house. It is increasing the prospects of post graduation education for the person, which is ninth house. Also, it is helping the father, which is the ninth house. Also, it is enhancing the luck. Okay,
Understood?
understood, sir?
Yes.
Okay, also Jupiter being the 12th lord, it is increasing the expenses due to education, it is increasing the expenses due to marriage, it is increasing expenses or illness for the father. Both houses, Karaka Tattva will be manifested. Okay, there's something called disposition theory. Very, very disposition theory. Okay, this is a very good theory which nobody will talk to you about on the internet. Disposition theory. Very important. Just keep this in mind. Disposition theory. The planet will act in such a way, okay, in such a way such that how its owned rashis are placed in the chart. Okay, for example, the Jupiter owned rashis are 9 and 12. Okay, 9 is benefic, 12 is malefic. Okay, at a very basic level, I'm talking about 9 is benefic, 12 is malefic. So, Jupiter's DNA will have 9 and 12 in it. You understood, sir?
Yes.
Suppose I have suppose I have Rahu sitting over here. I'm mixing two things up, but it's important that I have to tell you. Suppose I have Rahu sitting over here. Kiran sir, can you tell me what will be the consequence of this?
Sir, can I come again, sir, please?
Rahu is sitting in the ninth house, Dhanu. What will happen?
Rahu is sitting in ninth house.
In Dhanu, Dhanu
Ninth house
Rashi.
is Dhanu Rashi.
Dhanu
Yes,
Rashi.
sir.
What will happen?
Actually, Rahu, Dhanu Rashi is debilitated. Basically.
Yes, it is debilitated. So, according to disposition theory, Jupiter is a sum of its ninth and 12th rashis, its owned rashis. So, the ninth rashi over here has a debilitated planet. The house is getting
Screen
debilitated.
gone. No, screen is gone.
The screen is coming?
Yeah.
Debashish sir?
Coming.
Okay. Now, what I'm trying to say is Jupiter is a sum total of its two houses, which is 9 and 12. Ninth Rashi and 12th Rashi. It's a Jupiter as a planet in this particular chart. It's a sum total of 9 and 12 Rashis. Now, with Rahu being sitting over here, it was in the previous to Rahu, it was 50% positive, 50% negative. Agreed? It was 50% positive, 50% negative. But when Rahu sits in Dhanu, it is getting debilitated and it is becoming 50%. This 50% is also negative. This 50% is also negative. So for this Mesh Lagna, for this particular chart, Jupiter has become a malefic planet. It is no longer benefic.
So it means, I mean, in that particular house, we have to see that any malefic Rashi is there or not. Am I right?
Exactly. That Rashi, how it is behaving.
Because 9th and 12, that means 9th Rashi is Scorpio, then this is Scorpio के बाद ninth house is what? Ninth house is? Ninth house is
Dhanu.
Sagittarius, right. Sagittarius may that Lord is Jupiter. So it is now, if at all we see that any malefic planet, let's say that instead of Rahu, if it is Ketu or Saturn, then Jupiter's impact on ninth house.
Wait. Saturn is the most benefic planet for this particular Lagna. most benefic planet for this particular Lagna because Saturn owns the 10th house and the 11th house. It is a fantastic planet. So Saturn sitting over here in Dhanu will make Jupiter extremely benefic. It may be slow. That see DNA level change is happening. You have to understand. The DNA of the Jupiter of the planets are being changed. You understand? That's why every chart is
Mm.
different from the other. Okay, the degree of positiveness, negativeness also is differing depending on the behavior of the planet sitting in the Rashis. This is called disposition theory. For this Lagna, 10th and 11th Lord Saturn is extremely benefic, extremely positive.
No,
So
I'm
I
saying Saturn is sitting in ninth house.
no, you said na if Saturn sits in the ninth house. So
Mm-hmm.
Saturn sits in
Correct.
the house ninth house. It's making Rahu very very benefic. But I'll give you a negative planet. Mercury. For this Lagna, Mercury is the third lord and sixth lord. Third lord, as per Bhavat Bhavam, is like eighth house. Sixth house is Rogun Shatru, any which ways it's problematic. So, if for this planet, if Mercury is sitting in the ninth house, then Jupiter becomes extremely, extremely malefic. So, the drishti which it throws on the three houses, it is going to destroy the three houses. When the Jupiter Dasha starts, it will definitely destroy the first house. It will give him health problems. It will destroy his mentality, his intelligence, and his education, and his children, first child. It's going to create problems for the Santana. If he is married and he is blessed with children, he is going to create problems in the marriage. He is going to create problems for the father. Four results will manifest.
Mm.
You understood?
Mm-hmm.
Sir, actually, can you please repeat this one? So, because I'm not able to understand exactly.
Nothing, sir.
If,
Nothing. Nothing,
if
sir.
no, no, if as per my understanding, if Aries Lagna, Jupiter is sitting in ascendant, he is looking at the fifth and fifth, seventh, ninth houses.
Huh.
If that in on ninth house or whatever it is, ninth or fifth or seventh, whatever it is, malefic planets. That means third house or sixth house. Those two are malefic planets or not?
Third and sixth malefic. Yes, Mercury is malefic for this Lagna.
Mer- uh, Mercury is malefic to Aries Lagna.
Aries Lagna.
If
Yes.
Jupiter is there,
No, no, no.
if
Jupiter
Jupiter
is
is there
there
or not?
or not there. Mercury is malefic.
Uh,
Mercury planet is malefic. Wherever Mercury sits in Aries Lagna will destroy that house.
So
exactly.
how do you say, Kiran sir, how do you say that for Aries Lagna, Mercury and sixth house, that is Vargo, both are malefic?
Okay, okay. Let's not get into
Sixth
that.
is Rogurun
Debashish sir,
sir.
1 minute, 1 minute. Let's not get into that. Let's forget it for the moment. Have you understood Drishti?
Yeah, Drishti, I mean, three, five, and sorry, not three, five, five, 7, and 9. Jupiter ka Drishti, that I
Okay,
understood.
okay. You understood now. We are going to do blank chart analysis today. So I'll tell you. I'll any which ways tell you. Now I'm going to take Mars over here. Let's complete Drishti once. Then we'll go to blank chart. In that we'll discuss in detail. Mars is sitting over here. Mars is going to give a all planets give a seventh aspect. That is this one. Mars is going to give a special aspect to
Screen
the.
gone, sir. Screen gone.
Now
Screen gone.
it's coming.
Sir, every day why it is going and coming, I don't.
I don't know, sir. Screen. Is it problem with Google Meet?
No, but Google Meet, I mean, others, I mean, I was attending classes on numerology. It was coming perfect.
Can you see?
2
Can you
hours,
see now?
3 hours.
Can you see the screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now there is a fourth aspect. You simply count the number of houses. One, two, three, four. It is looking at the fourth house. Then count eight houses. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven,
1
eight.
minute, sir.
So it is giving the third aspect to the eighth house. So when Mars Dasha is getting activated, it's going to activate the place where it is sitting, that house where it is sitting, the Rashi, the fourth Rashi, the seventh Rashi, and the eighth Rashi.
This will be activated, huh?
This will be activated.
So that means fourth house, seventh house, and eighth house all will be activated
Yes.
along with the Rashi.
Yes. So in
If
Mars
at all
Dasha,
someone is sitting.
in Mars Dasha, I can expect first house depending on first house results. I can expect fourth house results, seventh house results, and eighth house results. That means there is a possibility that I can purchase a vehicle or a house. There's a possibility that I can get married if I'm not married. There's going to be a lot of stress element in my life during that period because eighth house denotes stress.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I'll give you another scenario. Now Mars is sitting over here.
Debilitated.
Yeah, debilitated. But it's going to give drishti. First is fourth drishti. First, the easy one is the opposite drishti. That is directly opposite to this house.
Yeah, Kiran sir said seventh house.
Correct. The seventh house, every planet gives drishti to the seventh house.
Correct. Direct drishti.
Direct drishti. Okay. And fourth drishti. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. From the place where it is sitting, I'm going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is going to activate the seventh house.
Okay.
Okay. And eighth house from the place where it is sitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fair enough? Simple, very simple. Okay. Now, for this particular Lagna, Mars is the first house lord. That means his Tanu Bhav.
Exactly.
So Tanu Bhav is getting debilitated in the fourth house. That means when Mars Dasha comes, definitely there will be health issues for this person.
Fourth house is Karka Rashi. That's
No.
why it is
Fourth house is Karka Rashi. Mars is getting debilitated. That means the Tanu is getting debilitated. So there's going to be health issues. And now I told you, planet Karak Tattva and that Bhava Karak Tattva. It is sitting in the fourth Bhava. That means the mother also is going to have problems. Because a planet is getting debilitated. The house is getting debilitated. Fair enough? Fair enough. He's going to have health issues. Debashish ji, mother is going to have health issues or some problems. Okay? Now, a debilitated Mars is looking at the seventh house. If he is married, his wife will have a problem. And if he has a second child will have a problem. The partner will have a problem, or there may be problem in the partnership. Okay? Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
And now, it is also looking at the 10th house and the 11th house. So, his career also is going to suffer. Because 10th house is the career job, 11th house is the profits. So, this Mars Dasha is going to be really problematic.
Dasha or Antardasha?
Both.
Both.
His marriage, 7th house is also business. So, his marriage, business, his second child, his mother, his own health, everything is going to create problem.
Sir, seventh house is for business or partnerships?
7th house is both business as well as partnerships.
Okay.
You understood, sir?
Yes, sir.
Clear now?
Clear.
Okay.
So that means you mean to say, since Mars is debilitated in fourth house, it will give all malefic results for wherever he is looking after.
Exactly. A debilitated dasha will going to make the life miserable. When debilitated dasha comes, it's going to make the life miserable unless there's a niche bhang which is happening. Again, you have to check the debilitation degree. If Mars here is at situated at say 28, it gets
26.
debilitated. Na? Suppose it is at
Hmm.
26 or 25, it's going to be miserable. But suppose it is at
Hmm.
say 5 degrees,
Hmm.
then it will not be that bad because the debilitation is not so much.
Hmm.
So it's not going to be that bad, but it's going to be bad, but not that bad.
Hmm.
But again, if it is something above
Hmm.
25 degrees, 25 to 30 degrees, then khatam, the person is gone, his life. Because see how many areas of life it is affecting him. His career, his
Hmm.
business, his profitability. Okay. Most probably, you know what will happen at this time. Either he will have a problem with his wife, okay, because of which his business is getting affected, or his mother's health is going to be so bad that he stops going to the office and he lost his job because he's all the time in the hospital attending his mother, and because of which his wife is also fighting with him. Our second child's health is also the events will be interlinked.
Hmm.
One event will lead to the other.
But not, I mean, it is not necessary that all the events he will have the impact, but one, because of the one event impact, that other events are following.
We cannot say for sure the sequence of the events, but all events will be affected to varying degree of intensity.
Okay.
Definitely, all events will be affected. Every event will manifest, but the intensity may differ depending on the. For example, for wife, I need to also check the Navamsha. For the child, I also need to check the D7 chart, and for the mother, I need to also check the Dwadashamsha. So
Padashamsa means D12.
D12, and for the career, I need to check the Dashamsha, D10 chart. So along with this, I need to check those charts also. If in those charts also Mars is malefically placed, then that particular Karaka Tattva will be destroyed.
No, you said D9 is Navamsha is wife, right? And
Wife, children.
D7 is the second child,
No, no, children.
children.
Ha.
And for mother, it is D4, no,
D12,
D12.
D12,
And career,
D10. Okay, even property issues you may have. There can be a litigation or a court case
yeah,
because of which,
property that is on fourth house, no, sir?
exactly, property issues, or there could be a vehicle accident. He could have met with an accident because of which he stopped going to the office, he lost his job. His mother also fell ill. His wife left him because he lost the job and is bedridden.
Oh, again, screen gone.
You understood, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now let's look at Shani. See, 579 is simple. Now, suppose Shani is sitting over here. Saturn is sitting over here. It is giving a ninth drishti. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, third drishti. 1, 2, 3. Then seventh drishti. That is the opposite house. And 10th drishti. 7, 8, 9, 10. So whenever Shani Dasha comes, it's going to activate these 4 houses.
So again, screen gone, sir. Yeah, now it has come. Oh, gone. Again gone.
So Shani, where he is sitting, that house will be activated. His third aspect will be actually activated. Seventh aspect will be activated. 10th aspect will be activated. So one planet is giving four different results.
Hmm.
Here, Shani in its own sign is going to boost your career. Also, it is going to create foreign travel. You get promoted, you went abroad. You got a position in US or something. And because you got promoted, you got more money, you took a loan or you took a property without loan because there's no sixth house involved. If sixth house would have been involved, he would have taken a loan. So he took a property, and also Saturn is looking at its exaltation sign. Seventh house is exaltation. So his wife is also very happy with him. Or if he's in business, the career got, the 10th house karmasthan got improved, his business got improved. He made some investments. 12th house is investment into real estate property. This is also another possibility. And all the results will happen. 12th house means at least he'll cross the city. He'll go away from home. Maybe to a different city on a business tour.
Understood.
Understood, na?
Hmm. So
Here,
it is very clear, sir. What I mean, the kind of examples you have given with malefic as well as benefic, and some moderate planet like Jupiter and all, you have given us that overview that during this dasha, how these planets will work and impact the life.
exactly. Okay. Now, I'm going to complicate things now. Now, let us say Mars is sitting in Kark Rashi.
Educated.
Yes. And Venus is sitting in its own Rashi in Tula. So definitely it's going to give a direct aspect to the career. It's going to give a fourth aspect to the seventh house, and eighth aspect to the 11th house. Correct?
Hmm.
Now it is not only hitting the seventh house but also the seventh lord. Okay, it's not only hitting the seventh house but also seventh lord. So can I say that?
If seventh Venus is there, if Venus is not there, there is no seventh lord.
No, Venus is there.
No, if it is now, it is Venus is there. If
Yeah.
Venus is not there, then there is no seventh lord.
There's no seventh lord, but seventh house is being hit, na? So marriage
Yes,
aspect will be
exactly,
hit.
exactly.
But the intensity will increase.
Aspect.
Intensity will increase if the seventh lord is also affected.
Okay, okay, got
Okay,
it.
I will do one thing. I will put the Venus. I'll change the location of Venus so that it
Yeah,
will be.
can you mention here that Rahu, let's say?
No, let's not do Rahu. Let's not do Rahu. I'll tell you. There's a purpose for which I'm giving this particular example. Okay, now it is hitting the seventh
Screen
house.
gone, sir. Screen gone. Okay, okay.
It's come now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now Mars is giving a hitting the seventh house, also the seventh lord sitting
Again
in
gone.
the. It has come.
No. Yes.
It has come.
Yes, yes.
Now here Mars is hitting the seventh lord seventh house, also the seventh lord sitting in the 11th house. Okay? So, can I say that his wife will definitely suffer? Either he'll have a break in the marriage, or his wife will have a major accident, or some major health issues, because Mars is accidents. Can I say that?
Hmm.
No, sir.
Right?
I didn't get this point. No, I didn't get this point.
See,
Sir, Mars is debilitated, but Venus is in 11th house. 11th house is gains and profits.
but a,
And Saturn is the lord of that house.
correct. See,
Now, how
a
can I say Mars? Uh,
debilitated planet is looking at, sir. If it's an exalted planet, or
yes,
even with moderate strength, it would have been looking at it. I would have said that 11th house is profit, and he will have Labasthana activated during this period. But it's a debilitated
yes.
planet. Also, Mars is the 8th lord. For this
Uh,
Lagna, Mars is the 8th lord.
8th and 1st.
8th and 1st. But 8th
7th
lord is,
and 1st.
yeah. No, 1st and 8th. But his 8th lord getting debilitated in the 4th house, it will give him real estate problems, it will give him problems with the mother, and it is affecting the 7th house and 7th lord. So the Karaka Tattva of the 7th house is destroyed. His business will shut down, his wife will leave him and go away. Or his wife will have a major health issue, and because of the wife, he will stop going to the business. One event will affect the other.
Gone, sir.
Debashishji, are
Okay.
you following me?
Yes.
Okay, because when the house and house lord both are affected, then that Karaka Tattva is completely destroyed. When the
Hmm.
house and house lord both are affected, both are afflicted, then during that period, that particular department of your life is completely destroyed.
That means Mars looking at 7th, 10th, 11th means 7th house is for business and wife, whatever it is. He is destroying this business, wife, and this Venus is sitting in 11th house means 11th house also, Mars is looking at Venus means that means Lord of 7th house destroyed. That's why due to this one, wife is going to illness, like that you are saying.
Yeah,
And profits also gone, business
yes,
also gone, career
yes.
also gone.
And most of the time in real life, one event will be linked to the other. In real life, there will be a story, there will be a script always. You understand? Na? There'll always be a script. There'll always be a story. Events will not happen randomly. One event will affect the other. For example, suppose he had a love breakup and he's writing CAT exam, IEMs, and he had a love breakup. Because of the love breakup, that fellow did not do well in his competitive exam. So both
Career
aspects
breakup
got
plan.
destroyed. In real life, there will be a script, there will be a story. Events will not randomly happen. One event will affect the other.
Connecting.
Connecting. Okay, I'll give you a small example. Suppose the fifth lord is sitting in the sixth house. Fifth lord is sitting in the sixth house, and there
Going on.
is there is Venus
Gone.
over here.
Screen gone. Screen gone.
Has it come back the screen?
No, not
No.
yet. I think, is it business Google Meet, sir?
No, sir, normal one.
Oh, maybe because of that.
Okay,
No.
now
Cable connection something.
yeah, I'll change, sir. Now it's coming. Screen is coming.
Your screen has
Uh,
come.
Now what I'm telling you is there's another scenario. The fifth lord is sitting in the sixth house. Sun is sitting here, and here Venus is debilitated. Now there is a dasha of sun which has been activated. In the dasha of sun, I'm activating the sixth house, okay, which is sixth house is the breakup, and activating debilitated Venus during this period. The woman in his life, girlfriend or wife, the woman, the opposite sex, with whom you have feelings, like girlfriend, wife, and all. That is Venus. That woman is going to behave in a very very niche way. So the fifth lord activating the sixth house, activating debilitated niche Venus. So his girlfriend is going to leave him, because of which the competitive exams he's going to write during that time are going to be destroyed, or vice
But it is
versa.
combustion, sir, actually. If sun is there,
Don't get into combust. Don't
it
get
is
into
combustion, then
combust.
automatically.
Baba, don't get into
Okay,
combust. Understand one concept,
okay, okay, okay.
okay? Or he's going to he focus on competitive exams so much that he will neglect his girlfriend, because of which she will leave him, because of which he will destroy the competitive exams. He will not do well in that. So during the sun period, he is having major breakup and major failure in his competitive exam. Are you understanding how to relate events?
Mm.
Because Venus is debilitated in Virgo. You understood, na?
Mm.
You understood? Now I'm consolidating concepts of debilitation, exaltation, friendly sign. I'm
So
consolidating things
that
now.
means, sir, if Sun and Venus, whatever it is, there another planet is sitting with the debilitated planet at that dasha, automatically this planet's characteristics will reflect.
The planets sitting in that house, apart from that planet, they also get activated.
Ah, that's what I'm asking.
Suppose Ketu is also sitting over here. Ketu will also get activated.
Ketu dasha.
In Sandasha, Venus and Ketu will get activated.
What about Ketu dasha?
Sun and Venus will get activated.
Ah,
Okay, na? Now
okay.
I'm going
But
to give you
result will come based on debilitation.
debilitation, enemy sign. That you check qualitatively. You check from chart to
No,
chart.
I mean, see that here, sixth house, if you see that Venus is debilitated, so as Kiran Garu asked, that if at all it is in Sun Dasha or Ketu Dasha or Venus Dasha, all will be giving us the malefic
Yes,
result.
yes.
Due to Venus, it is debilitated.
Due to Venus. Yes, due to Venus.
Due
Correct.
to Venus and also the sixth house. Now, sixth house is also malefic house,
Correct.
and over that the
Okay.
planet is debilitated. So his major karmic exchange will be from the sixth house for this person,
Mm.
because Ketu is also sitting wherever Ketu sits. That is Rahu Ketu, both wherever Rahu Ketu sits. Those are the areas of karmic manifestation.
Means that malefic planet, all are malefic planets.
Yes, sir. You understood till here, now?
Mm.
Now I'm going to give a different example.
No screen.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute. You got the screen back?
No.
Can you see now, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Now Moon is sitting in Vrishchika, giving an aspect to the Venus. Okay? Kiran sir,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me the predictions of this particular combination?
I think moon is debilitated here.
Very good. And
Directly we're looking at that means mother looking at spouse.
okay,
Koral, apna koral.
okay, fine. सास बहू में झगड़ा and more intense.
And second house, I think, but it's own Rashi of Venus.
Hmm. Okay, and in Moon Dasha, what will happen?
Moon Dasha.
Eighth house will impact, sir, in Moon Dasha first.
Definitely,
That
yes.
is the first thing.
Yes. And
So that means that person, or I mean, the eighth house, if you see that eight house.
Wives here. Moon is looking directly to wives, na?
yes, that's also correct.
Venus.
Now tell me what will
So
happen.
her-
Can I say that the finances will get affected because second house is finance, Venus is finance? Can I say that? Can I say that there will be family discord?
Triple F. Face.
Can I say that he will have problem in his throat, his mouth? He may lose his voice, vocal cord problems. Can I say that? Can I say his wife will have major illness?
Yes, that's what.
The individual will have psychological problems, psychological
Yeah,
fear,
depression.
depression. Okay?
Because of eighth house characteristics.
Yes, because of those characteristics, can I also say that his mother is going to suffer financial problems?
Because moon is mother.
Moon is mother, Venus is in the second house.
And he or she may get into that addiction, right?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. He may get into addictions, alcohol addictions, and it could be he could get involved with another woman also because Venus is giving an aspect to Moon.
Both reciprocal.
So absolutely correct. He can get involved with some bad character woman or some affair he may have, extramarital affair. Okay, if it's a lady's chart, she can have gynec problems because 8th house
Oh,
represents
OCD.
no OCD yes. Apart from that, 8th house represents uterus and all. Even the male can have problems, genital problems. Okay. Till now, all predictions good.
Yeah.
Debashish sir, till now all good.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to add another dimension to this. Now you tell me whether these predictions will be correct or not. Okay. Now moon
I
is
had
at
this
25 degrees. Moon is at 25 degrees in Scorpio. And Venus is in 5 degrees in Taurus.
Not that much. Impact will be there, but not that much because Moon is debilitated at 3 degrees,
Very
whereas
good.
it is 25 degree. That is very far.
Very
At
good.
the same time, Venus is, exalted at 27, if I'm
No,
not
no,
wrong.
don't worry about Venus exaltation. Because Venus is not
Here,
exalted. Moon is no more debilitated.
Moon is now more debilitated.
Not so badly. Okay. One more thing is, I will say that it is completely missing Venus. It is only hitting the end part of the second house. Because 25 degrees is the end. It is completely missing Venus. I will say these negative effects will not come even 30%. Why? I'm throwing an arrow. Okay? If it is somewhere between 20 to 30 degrees, Venus would have been here. That arrow would hit Venus, which is thrown
Exactly,
by Moon.
exactly.
It is at 20 degrees away. Are you understanding? The target
Hmm.
is over here. The target is over here, and my arrow is going like this. Will I hit the bullseye? The planet is sitting over here.
You mean to say that degree to degree you are talking about?
Exactly.
Yes.
Degree to degree. The drishti will not work when it is more than 5 degrees this side or that side. If Venus would have been at exact 25 degrees, the moon's aspect is directly hitting Venus, full intensity. If it is up to 20 degrees, it is still hitting. Up to 30 degrees, it is still hitting. You understand? But less than 20, greater than 30, it will not hit it at all. There's no point in, getting tensed up.
So you mean to say Drishti will not work if difference in degrees more than 20?
5 degrees. More than 5 degrees.
Difference.
Difference is more than 5 degrees, it will not work.
Hmm.
More than 5 degrees will not work, huh?
Yes. Suppose,
You mean to suppose here it is moon is 25 degree and Venus is 20 degree. I'm just giving you example.
yes.
So that means it will have Drishti?
Up to 5 degrees, it will have an effect. But
Yeah,
suppose
that's what I'm saying.
Venus, it will have effect. Suppose Venus is at 16 degrees.
16 and 25.
It will not work.
No,
It will not work.
It will not work.
So this is very important, sir.
Yes, sir. That is the reason most of the predictions given by the Vedic astrologers is wrong.
Oh my God, this is something different because Drishti also we have to see the
it is
degree.
purely practical.
Yes.
Practically, it is 100%.
So
Yes.
Kiran Garu, now you have safe zone. I feel that retrograde, what you are saying, Saturn and all. Just take the degree, sir.
Yeah, already yesterday we discussed, sir,
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
that retrogradation and degrees wise, cosmos
Mm.
chart from
Mm.
fifth to it came to retrogression to fourth.
Mm.
Kiranji, if
Even
you'd
though it
have
is
had
exalted.
really retrograde planets now, you would be sitting in jail by now.
Hmm.
The ideal negative condition would have applied, you would have committed crime and you would have been sitting jail. So you will get many retrograde planets and they're very good people and they're doing very well.
Hmm.
But it's going to give you struggle. Definitely there will be an element of struggle will be there more than a normal person. But the ideal
Okay.
conditions of positiveness and negativeness, you have to check. An exalted planet doesn't mean he will become millionaire. Definitely he'll be better than the others. But he will not become an Ambani because Venus is getting exalted 27 degrees. You have to be near
Ah.
27. If you are at some 16 degrees or 10 degrees, its exaltation strength is not that high. It is as good as its own Rashi. That's it. So the Drushti also will not work unless you are inside the 5-degree orb. It's called ORB orb.
So in nutshell, degrees will impact if at all the exaltation and debilitation plus minus 3. That is one aspect. Second, now you said that drishti will also not work if
Yes.
that difference is more than 5 degrees.
Sir, it's very simple, sir. Take astrology using a logic. Now I have a torchlight, sir. Very powerful torchlight. Okay. Now the torchlight, when I flash it exactly at 180 degrees, straight line, you're standing exactly at 180 degrees in front of me. Okay. Now the torchlight, when I'm flashing it, it will directly reach you, right?
Mm.
Now my direction of torchlight cannot be changed. I've kept it at one direction. Now you move little away on the left side. Okay. Up to 20 centimeters, 30 centimeters, the light will still fall on you. When you go more than that, You will be in dark. The light will not be light will not light rays will not hit you,
Hmm.
because here we have to understand the fundamental concept of physics, that light travels in straight line. Okay,
No zigzag.
not zigzag. It cannot travel zigzag. Okay, Shani has a unique drishti of third and tenth aspect. Mars has fourth and seventh aspect. But again, degree wise, it has to coincide. If Mars is sitting in Lagna in Aries at say 20 degrees, okay, in Cancer, Venus has to sit at somewhere plus or minus 5 degrees to 20, that is 15 to 25. Then the fourth aspect will reach. Otherwise, even that fourth aspect will not be influential on that particular planet. When the drishti falls, the DNA of the planet changes. 0 degree conjunction, matlab 0 degree drishti means 25 degrees moon, 25 degrees Venus. This will have extremely powerful effect on each other. Venus
No,
and
but
moon,
you say that when Drishti falls,
the
just
DNA
now
of
you
the
said,
planet changes. There's a mix. The DNA changes. There'll be some element of Venus imbibed into the Mars.
hmm,
So he will have a slightly beautiful, slightly artistic kind of a nature. The percentage again depends.
hmm,
So when the degree doesn't, you know, it is not it plus or minus 5 degrees orb, it's not going to influence at all. So I don't have to bother. I don't have to be afraid that in the moon dasha, first of all, it debilitation, it's much away from the ideal debilitation angle, and Venus is much away from moon. So I really don't have to bother. That moon is going to destroy my second house. Okay, na? See, look at it.
hmm.
As long as the planet Venus is inside the circle, somewhere in between these two ends of the diameter, okay, these particular rays are going to touch. Once the Venus moves out of the circle, it will not work. You have to imagine it three dimensionally with straight line. The moment you look into the chart, you have to read the degrees.
So, sir, vice versa, if we see that, Jupiter or the way you said, and Drishti house, if there is no planet as such.
No planet as such, so it will definitely look at that particular house, that bhava. It definitely give influence, but to a minimal extent. Okay, it is looking at the bhava, so there will be an influence, but minimal. But when it looks at the bhava, also the bhava lord, then the influence will be pronounced. It will be very very strong. Particularly when it's looking at the planets, that particular planet it will destroy. So you have to understand the degree wise. If degree wise they are coinciding, then there will be an influence. Generally, what they see is there is Mars in the first house, there is Venus in the seventh house. Fine, Mars is aspecting Venus, Katam. So this fellow will have a love marriage or he'll have an affair right from a very early age. That's it. They don't even look, because 30 degrees is too much of a space. Now Mars is aspecting Venus, khalas, that's it. Now all the karak, they will tell you everything about Mars and Venus conjunction. But that's not so. Mars is at 2 degrees, Venus is at 28 degrees. There is no influence of Mars on Venus.
Understood.
Understood, sir?
Hmm.
You understood till here, na?
Yeah.
So I'm going to upload this video. Definitely watch it 3 to 4 times. Okay? Now we'll go to blank chart analysis and we'll talk about disposition theory.
Sir, what about yesterday's video, sir? Yesterday's
I,
video,
I uploaded. I uploaded it. I think it's uploading now. I'll share it with you once it's done. Okay? Now let's do blank chart analysis quickly. Now I'm taking a blank chart without any planets in it, and we'll try to understand the Karak Tattva of that, the karmic
What is
aspects of
Karak Tattva, sir?
Karak Tattva means the aspects, the nature, the characteristics.
Nature of the characteristic.
Huh. Now suppose I have a Aries ascendant or Aries Lagna or Aries sun sign. Okay, it can be anything Aries. Okay, when I get Aries as the first lord, okay, as the Lagna lord or the first lord, it can be Aries Rashi also, it can be Aries sun chart also. Okay, that's called Sudarshan Chakra. When I consider three charts, sun chart, moon chart, and Lagna chart, and assess a particular event, and all the three charts are favoring that particular event, then the event will fructify with much higher probability. When two charts are favoring, it has a 66% probability, and one chart is favoring, then it may not fructify at all. Do you understand, sir?
Hmm.
Suppose I want to check next month I will go for a short travel or not. Okay, I'm planning to travel to another city. Short travel department comes in the third
Thought
house.
house.
Third house, in the purview of third house.
Sorry. Thought.
So,
Hmm.
supposing now Buddha Dasha is going on for me, Buddha Antar Dasha. So, that is definitely from Lagna, Buddha is getting activated. Okay, but some from Moon, suppose the Buddha is sitting in ninth house. Ninth house is also long distance travel, it is fine. And from Surya, suppose it is 12th house. 12th house is going away from home, so it is fine. All three charts are accepting this particular proposal of short travel. So I will definitely travel. But suppose from Lagna, third house is Mercury, that is getting activated third house. From Chandra, it is fourth house. So I'm going to stay in my house. Fourth house is your house, is your physical house. I'm going to stay in my house. And from moon, say from sun, I'm staying in 10th house. So the travel is being favored only by the Chandra chart. So likelihood that I will travel is much lesser. Okay, this is at a very linear level. Again, nakshatras are there and divisional charts are there. That, let's not get into it. But at a very linear level, if you can get the analysis of Sudarshan Chakra, that itself is an achievement. Minimum 5 charts you have to look at them and analyze them before you give a concrete judgment. 3 charts of
Which are the charts? Three charts, as you said, that Lagna chart, then your moon and sun.
Ha. But in Nadi, we don't need to do that. Nadi has different set of techniques. I'm talking about Parashari. But still, again, make a habit to look at Lagna and Moon at least. Even for Nadi, Lagna and Moon, that will help you tremendously, even for Nadi. Okay. Now let's look at Aries blank chart. Okay. Now for Aries blank chart, I have not placed any planets in this particular chart. Okay. Now Kiran sir, can you tell me which is the most benefic planet for this particular Aries blank chart?
Sun.
Most benefic planet.
Sun.
Okay. And
Mars.
no, not Mars.
Sun, then, what do you call? Mercury?
Not at all. Mercury not at all
Shani,
benefic.
sir.
Mercury is
Shani
the
only.
worst planet.
Saturn?
Yes. Saturn. Why Saturn?
Saturn. Yes.
Why Saturn?
Saturn is a slow planet and the 10th house lord, so that at least, it will move fast with the Lagna.
No. Don't go for the speed of the planet. It is the 10th and 11th lord.
Mm.
10th house is your career, 11th house is your profit.
Mm.
10th house is your career, 11th house is Ichha Purti.
Mm.
All your desires is going to fulfill. So, Saturn is the most benefic planet. Apart from that, any other planet?
Sun and Saturn, huh?
Sun, yes. Saturn, yes. Sun, I will not say to a great extent, but okay, fine. Apart from that,
And how about Ketu?
no, 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 no. I'm talking about the houses, the Rashis.
For Aries, Makar and Kumbh Rashi are
Yeah, yes,
benefic.
sir. Saturn is the most benefic. Apart from Saturn,
Sun only.
Why not Venus?
exactly Venus. Why Venus?
Venus is exactly seventh house, no?
No,
Seventh
no,
and the
no,
second
no,
house.
no, no, no. Venus, don't, you're not analyzing correctly. Venus is the lord of second house and seventh house. Second house is
Ah,
family, seventh house is marriage. So the
yes.
family aspect, the marital happiness Venus is giving in this particular lagna or Rashi. Okay, so it is very, very benefic. And if I look at it from the finance perspective, second house is the liquid cash, seventh house is the business. So even in terms of career point of view, per se, it is it is denoting finance and business. It is fantastic house. It is giving money as well as marital and family happiness, sexual happiness. So for this particular chart, I will say Venus and Saturn are the most, they are functional benefics. There are two things: natural benefics, functional benefics, functional benefics, or temporary benefics, temporary malefics.
Come again, sir. Well, you said that Saturn and Venus for ascendant of Mars